To the first story that should definitely get your attention. The price of fuel and, in effect, other essential goods and services are set to increase beginning tomorrow. This is despite Parliament's vote to delay the implementation of the 16% VAT on fuel products proposed by the National Treasury. The amendment by MPs first has to be approved by President Uhuru Kenyatta to take effect. NTV's Silas Apollo reports.
Thank you. It's in the same.
MPs had on Tuesday, through an amendment sponsored by Suna East MP Junet Mohammed, voted to extend the implementation of the proposal to impose a 16% fuel levy by another 2 years in a movement to shield Kenyans from the heavy tax burden bearing down on them.
Parliament has been accused many times of not being sensitive to the needs of the people. And this is one time that we must raise to the occasion and make sure that we side with the people this time.
But the amendments by the MPs first have to be approved by President Uhuru Kenyatta before they are effected. But as it now appears, Kenyans will still have to bear the weight of the punitive tax measures, including the implementation of the 16% levy on petroleum products starting tomorrow. The directive from Treasury to effect the new taxes will drive up the prices of essential goods and services and the cost of living. Starting tomorrow, and if the Energy Regulatory Commission effects the new levies, Nairobi motorists will pay a record 131.93 shillings per litre of petrol, or about 18.20 shillings. At that price, Treasury will be taking 57.57 shillings from each litre of petrol sold in the city. While debating in the floor of the House, the MP said the introduction of the value-added tax on petroleum products would at the touch of a button cause a rise in the cost of commodities and transport.
Even as we postpone this tax for a further 2 years, this House must decide to either do away with this VAT on petroleum products or not. Because we are not going to continue postponing it indefinitely.
The government has twice deferred the implementation of the 16% VAT in the last 2 financial years following a public outcry. The move by the MPs was also in response to a public clamor for reprieve at a time the economy was on a downswing. Players in the public transport industry had threatened an up to 30% hike in fares, with Workers' Union KOTU threatening to call for a nationwide strike over the same. Silas Apollo, NTV.